Hello and welcome on into the Gatemen Postgame Show here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Alongside me, Henrique DaMour and JD Raucci. After a convincing 10-6 victory for the Gatemen tonight over the second place Hyannis Harbor Hawks, putting them 4 points clear at the top. And when we started today, we didn't know what we were going to get from Zach Hart, making his first start of the year, but he was pretty impressive.
He was pretty darn good, absolutely. Gave up just one hit, no runs, no walks, or just one walk, but the strikeouts were about what you expected. Now I remember the stat line. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. There we go. Bottom line, Hart had an awesome day. You didn't know where you're going to get as far as, that stat line-wise, that's what you kind of expected to get, but the one that you didn't know was the innings, right? Like you said, you didn't know whether it was going to be a straight-up bullpen day. I think if the Gatemen had it their way, they would have sent just 2 pitchers to the mound. Hart and then one guy out of the bullpen, but it got a little nasty there down the stretch. But I think Zach Hart, it is good to see that in longer appearances he can go the distance. I mean, he was a starter this year at Franklin Pierce, so it's good. He has it in him, absolutely. It was good to see him shut down a very potent Hyannis lineup that, although they did lose Matthew Barefoot in the middle of that game to a hand injury, got drilled in the hand by a very hard Zach Hart fastball. He can hit mid-low 90s with ease, but Trevor Hauver filled in very nicely for him, and the Gatemen allowed the Harbor Hawks to get back in it there at the end. McGregor Hines couldn't find the zone, and Pavin Parks had an uncharacteristically wild outing as well, but Hart's start was not in vain. The Gatemen ended up where they were up 10-0 at one point. Harbor Hawks put up 6 unanswered, but a W is a W. 4 points clear of the Harbor Hawks, like you said, Cam.
But the big story of the day, even though a great start from Zach Hart, was the offense. Once again, double digits for the second game in a row.
I said it before the game, Cam. I'm going to say it after the game. The extra base power is back, and it is here to stay. 2 home runs yesterday for Lyle Lockhart and Ryan Kreidler at the ballpark in Orleans at Eldridge Park. Tonight at Spillane Field, how about 3 ding-dongs? 2 for Austin Shenton, 1 for Ryan Kreidler. They just continue to rake. One of the home runs for Ryan Kreidler, the home run for him, was to the opposite field. One of the home runs for Austin Shenton was to dead center, 412 to dead center here at Spillane Field. That is the second deepest center field in the league, only to Eldridge Park, where we saw Gian Martellini almost hit one out yesterday. The power stroke is back, and it is back in bunches for this team, and it is coming in at the exact right time. We were worried as the Gatemen headed toward the playoffs, what are we going to get from this team? There was a stretch where it was 5 games with 2 extra base hits. Not even just extra base hits, but 5 home runs in the last 2 days, a flip of the script by the numbers in that stat line. So it's been a fantastic last couple of days for the Gatemen. They've got to continue to build on top of it because, like you said, Henrique, the bullpen let the Harbor Hawks slightly back into this game. They put up 6 runs between the 8th and the 9th inning, 2 in the 8th inning and 4 in the 9th inning. The only reason the Gatemen won this game today is because the offense was so darn good. Very impressive day for the offense. They're going to continue to need to do that against good pitching staffs moving forward. This Harbor Hawks staff isn't the best in the league, but it's still a pretty good one. And Brett Schultz came into the game with not a great ERA, the starter tonight for the Harbor Hawks, but he had a great year at Minnesota, so he has the stuff. But the Gatemen figured him out early and often. Another fantastic day. Isaac Collins with multiple hits today, and every single Gateman except Jeremy Idens reached base at least once today. Pavin Parks had a couple of hits. I was very, very impressed with what the Gatemen did today offensively.
I like what you said there about getting hot at the right time, and specifically their best hitter getting hot again at the right time. Austin Shenton breaking out of the slump today with 2 home runs. He got a nice little chat as player of the game with our Mariotas after the game, and one of them got to cut up a rug. You'll see who that is after this.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with tonight's player of the game, Austin Shenton. Now, Austin, you were 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. What was working for you tonight?
I was just seeing the ball well and trying to put my A swing on the baseball and try to find some barrel. That's kind of the name of the game. I'm playing lost and found, just trying to find barrel.
On your 2 home runs, what pitches did you see?
I saw 2 fastballs.
How did you feel after you got the home runs?
I felt absolutely great. I mean, I was rounding the bases, and it just felt amazing. It's been a while since I've been able to round the bases. A couple diamond trotters today. It felt good.
If there was such thing as a home run dance, like a touchdown dance in the NFL, what would yours be?
I probably wouldn't do anything, honestly.
Could you please demonstrate a dance? Like if you had to, like it was, like everyone did it, what would your dance be?
Well, if you hit a home run, what would your dance be? Let's get it real quick.
Should we do it now?
Yeah, I mean.
Like a little, some of this, Okay, now you have to go.
No. All right. Well,
I won.
We're here at Spillane Field. Thank you guys. Back to you.
Thank you to Mary and Austin for brightening up our days at that interview. On top of the 10-6 Gatemen victory over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks today, they will be idle tomorrow on Monday, and then on Tuesday they will head back to Lowell Park in Cotuit to face a streaking Cotuit Kettleers team that is playing for playoff positioning. They're pretty much in that spot right now, but battling between the 3 and 4 spots between they and the Falmouth Commodores, with obviously the Bourne Braves eliminated. And the Gatemen are in a great spot right now, 4 points clear of those Harbor Hawks, in sole possession of first place in the Western Division. Of course, only 3 games remaining for the Gatemen, 4 for the Harbor Hawks. They have 1 to make up tomorrow, so yet to be seen who will take the Western Division regular season crown. But the Gatemen are pretty comfortable going into it right now. The final 2 games of the season, at home with their arch rivals, the Bourne Braves, were already eliminated, and you have to imagine, Henrique and JD, that those buses are already packed for them to go home. So, and the engines will probably be running as well. So the Gatemen are in a very good spot. I don't know how many times I've said that, but I can't say it enough. Playoffs will be coming at you this next weekend, but we've got to worry about the game against the Cotuit Kettleers on Tuesday first. That'll be a 5 o'clock start time. You can catch that on the Gatemen Baseball Network with the coverage starting at 4:30 with the Gatemen pregame show. That'll do it for all of us here. For Henrique DaMour and JD Raucci, I'm Cameron Stuart. Thanks so much for joining us, and please join us again on Tuesday.